It is 8 a.m. Let's get started like we do every Monday. I'm so excited all of you are jumping on here with me. We have a packed day. Make sure you have your phone charged, your computer charged, and we are going to be ready to roll. So let's start with a word of prayer. Then we're going to go right into some gratitude and some affirmations. So if you will join me. Dear Lord, I want to thank you for this Monday. I want to thank you for this fresh start. I want to thank you for all of these people who've shown up today. I want to thank you for an amazing weekend. Just want to thank you for the blessings that you give to each and every one of us. I want to thank you for keeping our eyes open and our hearts open and seeing your blessings. I just want to thank you for the joy that you bring to each of us. Lord, this week as we run and take off, I'm going to ask that you please lock arms with us, remind us that you're our business partner, help us have the courage and the wisdom to approach and to new people about our product. Lord, I'm going to ask you that you just open the doors to big, bold prayers to open the doors to new thrivers just running into our business. Lord, I'm going to ask for big, bold prayers for big paychecks for everyone this week. I'm going to ask for your healing hands on those who maybe are not feeling well or have people in their families who are not feeling well. I'm going to ask for your hedge of protection over each and every one of our families, those who are traveling for their business this week. Just watch over each of us. Lord, we love you and we praise you and we give all the glory to this business to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. So let's go right into writing 5 things that you're grateful for that have happened in the last 24 hours. I really think it's important that we do this every day. A lot of times it's hard for us to have an anxious heart if we have a grateful heart. So 5 things that have happened in the last 24 hours. And if you need to write down that Yellowstone was a really good show last night, go ahead and do it. It's totally fine. One of mine is that yesterday was my dad's birthday. My dad turned 69 years old yesterday, and he is the hardest person to buy for. Like, never can come up with anything. But I got him a battery operated heated vest. He was so excited. He thought that was the coolest gift ever. So praise that I actually got something super cool. Right. Okay. After you finish your gratitude, I want you to go right into saying out loud your affirmations. You can see all of mine are back there. So I'm going to say mine out loud, but I want you to write down a couple of affirmations you're going, like basically goals you're going to have for this week. A goal of mine this week is to have 2 more of my current customers who are not thriving for free. So do you know what that means? That means 4 new customers this week. Okay. But that's one of my goals. I want you to write those down, say everything Actually had to update my vision board. I had not done that this month yet, so I needed to update that real quick. Finish that up in about 1 minute. So everybody kind of look in this little picture and smile, because we need to do a little post of all of you. Hello. Already took my picture, but just in case anybody else needed to take a picture. I just keep smiling every once in a while. All right, so let's go into doing what I feel like we definitely have to do each day, is basically our custom conscious comments. If this is the first time you've jumped on here with us, we basically call it a 3, 2, 1. So we go to Instagram, for instance. I'm going to go to this person. I'm going to like or love 3 of her pictures. It's her son bull riding. I'm going to comment on 2 of those that I just liked or loved. Gotta make sure you didn't get bucked off before I say impressive. Then I'm going to go up to that person's stories, and I'm going to comment on one of their stories. So let me repeat that again. We're going to do this for 10 minutes. Tiffany, are you meaning to call me? Okay. I'm going to say this again. So we're going to go to Instagram or Facebook. You can choose either one. We're going to work 10 minutes in each one, though I know consciously it could take longer than that. I'm going to find a non-thriver. I'm going to go to their page or their feed, and I'm going to like or love 3 things. I'm going to comment on 2 of those in their feed, and then I'm going to go up to their stories, and I'm going to comment on one of those pictures. 3, 2, 1. Why do we do this? Gets them to see our stuff. That's the basic point of it. All right. So you can choose Instagram or Facebook first. If you don't have one or the other, you're going to be working twice in the same social media avenue that you have. But 10 minutes, here we go. a little tip, if you need to know who to go comment on Instagram, I have a ton of people that like, I don't even know. I so wish we had birthdays in Instagram because I could do so much more with that. But I just go up to the stories and I find somebody who's definitely not a non-thriver. But now in Facebook, a lot of times I will go to people who I have free accounts with that actually have not ordered yet. But in Instagram, it's just kind of random. But it's definitely non-thrivers.
Gunner's first meal in the hospital.
To me, this is so hard. I've literally gotten 4 done. 4, 3, 2, 1's done in Instagram. But how much time do we have left? You have 4 minutes left. The reason it takes a while is because you have to be conscious about it. You don't want to just be being weird. Does anybody know if we can actually do our sculpt and expand on this detox thing? I have not taken it, and I'm pretty sure it's affecting my mental clarity. I don't even know if I can take my form or my skin or my move. I don't know if I can take any of those. I have not. I haven't even taken boost, and I just found out I can do that. But does anybody know if we can take sculpt, expand, form, skin, and move? I need the protein, but I know it have to be so specific. Hey, babe. Got it. Okay. Yeah, you definitely don't want to take biotic imbalance with this.
Susan,
Yes.
I reached out to support and they sent me a message, said the only items not recommended during detox are the capsules, balance, and biotic, and all other Thrive items can still be used during detox.
Trust me, I need that protein from that skin and a form for sure, because I don't feel like I'm getting as much, probably because I am the pickiest eater ever. Let's be real. This has been super hard on me. But I'm on day 7, so I'm almost there. That is good to know, because I'm going to add that in today. It's Monday. Why not? Love you too. Have a great day. Be careful. Hey, take your antibiotic. I know he just ignored me on that. He said, okay. He has literally the biggest scar from surgery, and we'll see. All right. Let's finish up whatever you're on your 3, 2, 1. That was intense. Okay. Okay. And let's move over to your other social media platform. If you just did Instagram, go over to Facebook. If you did Facebook, go over to Instagram. If you don't have the other, stay where you're at and continue to do your 3, 2, 1. However, I think Facebook is easier for me because part of mine is the birthdays. So just the comments on the birthdays make my life a little bit easier and faster. If you have never reached out on birthdays, this is the easiest way for me to basically do a cold reach out for anyone, because it's their big day and they're used to getting stuff in their inbox. So on their actual birthday on their page, I will usually say something, usually do those the day before, but if you do not, I like to go on there and just say, happy birthday. I hope today you get all your favorite things. What are you doing special for your big day? That's just on their wall. I go over to Instagram. I go over to their messenger and I send a specific message. I have to tell y'all something funny. I've talked about that specific message all the time on here, and I'll post it in here if you guys want me to. But over the weekend, it accidentally got sent to Addie Maloney, Beth Graves, two big millionaires in this company, and one other, I can't remember who it was. And I just go back real fast, and because my virtual assistant sends those, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, my virtual assistant doesn't know who's a thriver and who isn't. And they loved the message. They're like, no, thanks for sending it. We're copying it and we're going to start sending it. So I will send it to you guys. If you want to use it, just make sure you tweak it to your own. But this is the message that I send to everybody on their birthday in Messenger. Actually, let me go find it and then I'll tell you what it is. Because I'm just going to copy and paste it. But same thing in Facebook. You can do your birthdays. That's an easy reach out, but go ahead and go to those people's pages if they're non-thrivers with you and do the 3, 2, 1 there. Makes it very simple. 3 likes or loves on their Facebook feed. Comment on 2 of them. If you send them a birthday message, you've already went into their private messenger, which is great. The timer also goes off to remind me to drink water because, man, it's hard to get that much water in a day. have about 2 minutes left on this one. There we go. Let me see how many I got done on that. I got to go back and count. I like to write it on my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sheet because these are all non-thrivers. So I did some serious reach outs. 6, 7. Okay. Oh, that was intense. Okay. So now let's go ahead and go make a post real quick. I'm personally going to do an actual Lavelle shared story because I did a regular post Saturday about me and my daughter being at the Aggie game and going and visiting A&M. And I'm still working that because people are still commenting on that. So today, right now, I'm actually going to go grab a picture and a story from the Lavelle Facebook page. I usually look for somebody who's got a great before and after picture, or here's a guy. That's always the best. And I'm going to save the picture. I'm going to copy the verbiage, and then I'm going to go over to my feed, change it up a little bit, post the picture, but I'm going to do that on Facebook and Instagram. So let's take a couple of minutes to do that. This Now, the reason I change up the verbiage is a little bit is because that also helps your algorithms. And go. Oops. Be sure and tag some people in that when you make a post. Like I always try to tag my mom, my husband, other people who thrive in my household. Oops. Then it'll show up on their feed too. So now I'm going to go do the same thing over on Instagram. I'm going to post that same picture and the same verbiage, but I'm going to add some hashtags to all of these too. I posted a reel last night and saw that I got several more followers just off of that reel. And a lot of times I will go put my sample website in the comments. I'll wait a little bit on that though. Okay, after you get your post done, we're going to do a little bit on our stories. If you haven't started your stories this morning, I do think it's important that you do something inspirational, then talk about whatever product you're talking, like I did. Which one did I do today? Oh no, I posted my reel in my stories, which was about the 3 simple steps. And then, so something inspirational, something about whatever product you're taking. You may be doing the 3 simple steps, or you may be doing detox. And then somehow I like to maybe do some before and after pictures. Like I'm going to go post that before and after picture that I just put in my story. On my feed. I definitely like to show this picture of us working from home. But I like to always end with a question. I want people to do that. I want people to answer a question. So last week, one of the questions that I asked, and it worked, I had a lot of feedback from it. Hold on, I'm going to go find it real quick. So right now you should be working in your stories. Something inspirational, something about the products you're taking. And then let's do some before and after pictures and end with a question. Why can I not find it? Oh, I did. I said, I showed a picture of the detox and and I kind of told them what was going on with it. But then I ended with, I need this. And the answer was, yes, send me. What? It's only $48, because some people think it's going to be super expensive. $48 is not expensive. I'm doing several before and after pictures just because I want to. Okay, I need you to finish that up in about 1 minute. In other words, I'm going to try to finish it up in 1 minute. Okay, so once you finish up your stories, you've done a post. Mark on your calendar today at noon to go and do another post, whether that would just be something regular about your family, dogs, kids, whatever. Or if you did that this morning, then go share a story at lunch. But make sure that you do something posting on your page again. So now I want us to go right into our groups. Let's go into your groups. And I want you to basically, let's do it for about 5 minutes. Your 3, 2, 1s again. 3 comment or 3 likes, 2 comments, and you can't really do a 1, but go look in your groups. Like I have a golden retriever group, a Texas A&M group. Like I posted a picture of me and Briston at the A&M game in my Texas A&M group, and literally there were 284 views and I don't know how many likes. So I got to go back and comment on and get back to those people on that. So let's go do that for just a few minutes. Okay, we're only going to do this for about, oh, it says 4 more minutes. Sorry. I guess I must have hit the reset on that one. Y'all, I just found a group for the Texas A&M class of 2026. That's my kid. I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I'm getting in there. So as soon as I get accepted into this group, I will go post our picture about what we did over the weekend. I'm just going to jump right in. Yay. Those of you who have kids in college, make sure you're in that. In something. I guess I better go post something in the Golden Retriever group because nobody's posted in there since 5 days ago. I'm going to go ahead and make my mark. I tried to do a funny TikTok with my dog and she busted me right in the middle of trying to film her. Oh my gosh, I already have 12 responses to the things that I did in Instagram this morning. Okay, that might overwhelm me. All right, let's flip over real quick. We're gonna add people to our network for sure. Okay, here's how we're gonna do it. If you're in Instagram, I want you to go over to Instagram and I want you to search for maybe a local nutrition place or a local coffee shop. If you have one of those places, we have both. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to see who their followers are, and I'm going to start following probably 5 people. Actually, it looks like I'm already following, and most of them are following me back. Oop. Why do I want to follow them? I want them to follow me back. I want them to see my stuff, not their stuff. It's terrible, isn't it? So however many you start to follow, write that down. That's just increasing your network. So I'm doing that on Instagram. I went to a local coffee shop and I'm going to go to the little nutrition place that's here. I'm going to tell y'all something. I know everybody gets really nervous about those nutrition places that are basically Herbalife. We had 2 in my town, and I cannot tell you how many people said, are you not nervous that they're right there and they're in a storefront? I was like, no, I have my own business, and mine is not just limited to this town. Mine is worldwide, right? Both of them have shut down. They're both closed in Bridgeport. So just tells you a little bit about how sometimes that stuff is not sustainable. So I don't panic about it, but they still have a following. So I'm still going to go get some of their people. Now, over on Facebook, how I do that is I usually have friend request. When I have friend request, I see how many people we have in common. And if it's more than probably 30, we have something. Like there was one this morning that was 135 friends in common. And I was like, who is this? And none of them were Thrivers. Of course, I accepted that friend request. Something y'all did, I just heard this the other day. The ones that are your people you may know, if you scroll through that, guess what? All of those people apparently were checking out your profile. That's what I heard on the street. I think I heard it through a TikTok, that if you're looking at the suggest or people you may know, not suggested, people you may know, that means those people have checked out your stuff. Now, go look, see if any of them you want to add them as a friend, but you don't want to add Thrivers as your friends. I'm so sorry. It's nothing personal at all. And if there's women who are checking out my stuff, I'm definitely going to go. As long as we don't have a whole lot of Thrivers in common, I'm going to go request them. All right. For the end of this, we're going to do nothing but follow up. So, do you have a hot list of people who are maybe asking you some questions, but they haven't ordered yet? Do you have that hot list? I do. And I kind of keep it running. If they've got a sample, they've asked me some questions about the sample. Those are my hot list people I'm going to check in with. So that is a little bit of my follow-up today, just checking in with them. Also, my follow-ups today are going to be the thank you cards to the new people who ordered over the weekend and the ones who ordered on the 25th, the 5th. I was like, I've already done October. I will be sending out tons of thank you cards today. So getting all that ready and starting to write those. Another one is maybe you've got somebody who has asked you questions. Maybe you sent them credits, but they haven't ordered yet. You can just do a follow-up today and say, hey, I noticed that maybe we haven't had a chance to get that order in. Is there some way I can help you? A lot of times that's a given and it works. I have 2 sitting out there like that right now who are like, okay, I'll go in and order. I even have their cart ready, but they haven't done it yet. So I've got to go back in and say, is there any way I can help you? Okay, so that's a follow-up. I'm trying to think of some other good follow-ups that I like to do. I do a lot of follow-ups. So that will be the majority of the rest of my day because I feel like I've got all this other stuff working. But while we have 6 minutes left, I want any of you to unmute while people are doing their follow-ups. I want you to unmute and I want you to tell me something that you're grateful for. So gratitude. We want to cheer you on.
Hey, I'm grateful because when yesterday was my first day back on the 3 steps.
Yay.
And throughout the whole day, I just continued to want to eat clean like I had done the previous 10 days. I mean, my body just wanted that. So I was really, really thankful for that I didn't just go in and screw up everything I'd worked on for the 10 days.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and say that's a blessing. That will not be me. I'm gonna be like heading to the Mexican restaurant. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. I really think the local Mexican restaurant probably needs to shut down because I'm not eating there. Who else wants to go?
Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
So my grateful thing in the last 24 hours would be that I drank a gallon of water, and I'm trying to up the water before my detox comes and I start that. So I'm kind of just one step ahead, I guess. I know I'm trying for half my body weight, but I'm bumping that up to a gallon a day because I'm a little afraid of detox, but I'm going to make it last for 10 days. You can do anything for 10 days, right? Totally.
Do anything for 10 days. Don't be afraid of it. It is a change up. But I'm telling you, the gallon is what you need to strive for. However, Jason Camper said you need to drink as much as you weigh. That is a lot. I couldn't pull that off. I got the gallon in, and I think that is amazing. But half your body weight ounces, not through detox. You need at least a gallon in. And I'm telling you, I set a timer on my phone so I keep drinking because I could go for 2 hours and not even think about it.
Yeah, like I bought a gallon of water and I'm refilling it every day. That's going to be my thing, sitting on the counter. So it's a physical reminder that I need to drink that. So
Yes.
this might be TMA, but for those who have been through the detox, like I'm worried about like the digestive bowel part of it, because that was kind of my story when I started.
It's not violent to me. Because I already take biotic and balance, so I kind of understand how that works. Do I feel like it's more? Yes. It's kind of, that's probably TMI for most of y'all, but I feel just super clean. But it's, to me, it's not one of those where I'm having to run to the bathroom if I'm not going to.
That's my fear. It's like, oh, bathroom. Like that's my fear, that it's going to be like run all day long.
You will know when you need to go. So go. But yeah, it's to me, it hasn't been violent. It's just felt great. You will pee a lot though. If you haven't seen that yet, you are going.
Oh, I noticed that yesterday. I was like, drink more, pee more, drink more, pee more. I see the relationship here.
Goes right through you. Yes. I think that's been a big concern of a lot of people because they hear that and they automatically think, oh my gosh, especially if they're like a teacher or something, that makes it a little difficult. But to me, it hasn't been that way, but I don't have big issues with that. So, okay. Anybody else want to jump on and give us some gratefulness? Don't be shy.
I just want to say I'm thankful that I got a new customer yesterday. I thank God for it.
That's awesome. How did you get that customer? What did you do?
A friend of mine that is on it, she's looking for her two. So we've been trying to get her 2 people, and she got her sister started yesterday.
That is awesome. Congrats. That always makes for a great weekend. So I'll tell you one of the follow-ups I'm doing today, even with my current customers, if you guys want to know about that. I sent them like a little motivational picture, it's good morning. It's November 8th. Have a great day. And I said, happy Monday. How's my thriving friend doing so far? So tell me your top 2 things you love about your Thrive, and I'll have 2 samples to send out to your friends. More energy, weight loss, sleep better, feel better, mental focus, getting things done. Just a few ideas. Have a great day. And I can pop this in the chat real quick if y'all want to see that. I am doing that because from the goat training that I learned the other day, every time they get a new customer, they immediately have those 2 samples ready to send out to 2 of their friends to make sure they're thriving for free. I have not done that. I mean, we do other things to try to get them thriving for free, but I've never immediately said, okay, I've got 2 samples to send out to 2 of your friends. So I'm basically doing my follow-up with that today. Okay. Anybody else want to jump on real quick and end us with a praise?
So I don't have a praise, but maybe you can offer some suggestions, Susan. So I'm trying to get out of my bubble of switching. I mean, I'm taught building relationships, making new friends, starting the conversation. But at some point I feel like I just need to break the ice and bring up the Thrive stuff. So what I've been doing like daily to at least a couple people is I'm sending a message that says, good morning, name. So you may not be interested at all, but I'm making up some Thrive samples of the product that I personally love for energy, mood support, and all the other amazing things it helps with. Would you like the details? So some people say yes, some people ignore me, but I mean, any ideas wording wise, or I don't know, I just feel like I'm just hitting a roadblock with it.
The only thing I would change to that would be, would you like one of them? Because you said you're making up the samples. Would you like one of them? And if they come back and say, sure, say, okay, let me get some information from you and I will pop it in the mail. Or if you're doing it through the, like you could have several conversations with that. But that would just be the difference in the ending question. Some people are nervous to answer because they think that means they're going to have to buy something. You just never know what the situation may be, but that's the only thing I would change to that. But that's a great idea, because that's a great reach out / follow up, whatever, to people who are seeing and viewing your stories that maybe.
That's the thing where I'm like, I've been talking to you for a while and we have not even talked about Thrive yet. Like I need to just break the ice at some point, or we're just going to be.
Yeah. And if
Yeah,
you've been having conversations, there's nothing wrong with finally breaking the ice. Maybe they're afraid to ask you, but like, that's usually not the first message you want to send to people, but
No,
if you've been
yeah, it's like if
talking-
they've sent 4 to 5 messages back and forth and it's not come up and it's just kind of hee haw, I'm like, I just need to bring it up because you may be interested. I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a great idea. And if y'all listen to that goat training on Saturday, you heard many of those top people who are talking and are booming in this business tell you that they get ghosted too. So we are not the only ones, but there's gonna be somebody who's going to take you up on it. Okay. On this detox, can you have shrimp? Absolutely. You can't have all the dipping stuff, but you can have shrimp because that is seafood, fish, whatever. I'm not a shrimp eater, so it's lost on me. That was just a question in there. All right, guys, it is time for us to jump off. Listen, the Lunch and Grow series today is with Tanya Ward. Tanya Ward is out of Florida. She's a great promoter in this business. So I'm excited for y'all to hear from her. And that is at 11:45 Central Standard Time today. I know some people are still showing up on Thursdays, but we're not doing Lunch and Grows on Thursdays anymore. But today we have that one at 11:45. Don't forget that we do Wake Up and Wins on Wednesdays and Fridays as well. So I'll see you all later. Have a great morning.